Hello and welcome back to Factorio Fixit. My name's Negative and let's get cracking today. We're playing a factory by DrunknMunky. We're actually going to play two factories. They may be in the same episode, they may be back to back. We'll see how we go. He sent them through to me. He said, please have a look at them. I want to be YouTube famous. Now, DrunknMunky has actually been a fan of mine for quite a while. I remember he popped up in a Twitch stream, which has got to be a couple of months ago. So he's been watching, and he wants to be YouTube famous. So we'll see how we go. We'll start with DrunknMunky 1, and we'll go from there. I figured, normally I wouldn't play for two factories, but I figure it's, we're sitting here. It's a lovely Saturday afternoon. I've got my cider, hiccup, and it's all pretty hunky dory right now. So we'll see what we can do to help him out and play a couple of episodes, because I will be going on holidays early next week, which is pretty exciting. Ooh, power issues. Not enough power, she cried. Okay. We can see why you wouldn't have enough power. There's, oh my lord. There's a fair bit of smelting going on right about now. Oh wow, look at that central bus. Yeah, get some. You gotta get some. That's pretty epic. I like it. I like the way DrunknMunky is thinking. Okay, so this is all coming out. Okay, I see. Okay. Don't know why that does that. Okay. Well, that's all that nice. There's flight. Let's just grab walls, because this save was from the point 10 branch, so it's yeah, right now it's missing a few things, like for example walls. Oh, there's stone walls, so let's get gates. Brilliant. Plenty of research going on. I don't know if this is peaceful or what's going on here. It must be peaceful, because they're not attacking and there's no defenses. It must be peaceful. Yep, okay. So that's all good. Well, let's just offer what advice and suggestions we can, and we'll see where that leads us. Now, the first thing we need to do is a bit of inventory management. We need to ditch the shit that we don't need. Okay, yeah, that, and that. Now, I think that what we'll do is we'll deal with the power issues. I think that that's probably the best thing that we could fix. Ooh, the remnants of a power setup. Okay, so that's all nice. Pretty strong copper system, all things considered. Ah, boy. I don't know what it is with people and thinking that this is the solution. No bullshit. I've seen it in the last 5 Fixits. So let's fix it. Let's do my job. So, this same thing, less corners. Okay, you gotta remember, less corners equals good. Corners, the devil. There we go. Problem solved. So, there you go. And that, I think that looks pretty, because there's no big dirty, great big under thing and then stuff. And yeah, none of that. Just, it's good. Now I fixed it. So this is all nice. There's no buffer storage for the green circuits, which now what the hell is happening here? Okay, here's the buffer storage. Okay, I see what's happening. A little bit of everything is happening. That's what's happening. Right, well, let us... What I'd really like to set up, okay, is a module build. Do something like that. I think that'll work nice. Because remember, we're going to deal with the power issues. So let's go ahead and deal with them. Oops, we're going to need a smart chest there. So use a green wire just to control how many modules we're going to have on hand at any one given time. Oh, we have blue sides, so let's get efficiency module 2, because that'd be really nice. Now where is... So we'll wire up the smart chest, we'll wire up that bad boy, work while there's less than... Dun, 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 dun. Say less than 10. That'll work, I think. Now, modules are very, very handy. I don't play enough with them, I don't think. I think I've kind of got a playthrough planned where I'm going to play more with modules. But I can't tell you about that yet. That'd be against the rules. So we'll just reverse that for the moment. What's the issue here? So that's working. They're all working. They're just low on electricity. Okay, looks like there's quite a few of these things trapped for whatever reason. That's working, that's working, that's working. That's working. They're all working. Excellent. That's what we like to see. Now, as per usual, we want to see a rebalancer right at the output so that you take full use of the bandwidth. And that's fine. That's going to back up nicely. Rightio, and now we'll start playing around with these modules a bit. Now when we click on the power network, we can see what's taking up the most power. So you can see our 39 electronic furnaces are doing nightmares to our things. So what we're going to do is we're going to go right to the start, okay? So the start here, these are the ones that work the most. So we'll come here, we'll go 1, 2, and we'll see what effect that has. So that's going to reduce it by 60%. So I'm pretty happy with that. So it's going from 180 to 60% less. So if we look at our production stats, if we put 2 modules in every single one, we'll go from 3.9 to, say, call it 2. So we will save 2 megawatts of power just by doing that. In a factory, you know, sometimes it's just the little things that will save you bacon. Now, that's alright, I'll leave that as is. Now the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to do a build for the level 2 things. So the level 2 are going to, they're going to take processing units. No, I'm not going to build level 2s. Screw that for a joke. So I'm just going to increase this the size of this build, pardon me, and make it better. Now, how do I do that? Well, what I do is I introduce a splitter here, belt line there, belt line here, nice. Go 1, Now remember that modules are an important part of the game. You're going to need them for the end game. So setting up something like this at about this point, there's nothing wrong with it because you will actually use it later on. You'll need efficiency modules to complete the rocket defense. Well, actually, will you? Am I telling you a lie? No, you won't need efficiency modules, but you will need productivity modules. So what you can do, instead of just having, you know, have this make these bad boys, you just change the build order. Like, you just change it from that to that. It takes exactly the same thing. So setting it up doesn't matter. You use it. You're going to use it. Guarantee it. So we'll throw down a whole bunch of smart inserters, and actually I'll put down another 2 because I'm feeling really gnarly today. Like gnarly. I was watching a Roomba before, so by before I mean like last night, and he was trying to be gnarly, and I was like, dude, you're struggling. You're struggling right now, Roomba. He's still got a little bit of way to go before he's what I would consider one of the best at the game. He misses a few things, little obvious things that you know, people like Dave W don't. So that's that. Okay, that's going to get us our modules. Now we're going to output them on this side. I'm going to run them down here. What? What? No transport belt. What is this? That'll do us. Now I need to start getting in the habit of using the hotkeys and also putting things in the same spot. So what we're going to do here is we're going to have a we had a smart chest already. So we're going to have we're going to have a smart chest there. We're going to have a fast inserter right there. Okay, now we're going to hook them all up. So the next thing we need to do is set up the green wires, because that is going to control everything. So we'll go there, 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 and that'll do us. There and there. Come to the next power pole. Now this is quite tricky to do. I'm basically remembering which ones are working and which ones aren't. So we're going to work while there's less than, say, 10 in the system. Now this will give us a big burst of... Okay, why'd you stop? Okay, because we have enough. Okay, let's get a little bit concerned there. You can see that's going to punch out a whole bunch. It's going to be awesome. Yes, awesome. I'm actually going to lift that to, say, 40. Okay. 40, 40. That's 40. That's 40. That's 40, and that's 40. Excellent. So this is going to build them quite quickly, which is going to allow me to hopefully really drastically change the power position of the factory. Now, so let's go over here and start throwing them in. Now, these two have already gone, so we need this one, this one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. How good's that? Now, this one and this one. Now, what we can do, the blue line is the power consumption. So you notice how it just took a bit of a dip? That is the difference. So the difference when you start adding these modules is remarkable. And you can save a fair bit of power. Now, you'll notice that I'm... My good lord. Oh man. It's like Chinese whispers sometimes. You're like, what the heck is happening here? And then you kind of go, oh, alright, now I understand what the thought process was there. And I tell you, the thought process is understandable. You know, sometimes that's too far. Pet hate. So we are using up some resources right now, which is awesome. So I'll just continue working on this. That's probably not needed. You only ever really need one radar in a point after you've scouted out the map. Beyond that, it's just overkill. Or at least I think it's overkill. I'm not 100% there. Okay. I won't go there with that yet. So I want to get these bad boys first. So we click this again. You can see that actually we're nearly back to where we need to be. And now, well, there they are there. So our green, okay, see our green just took another slide. If you look at it, you see how it's decreasing? Now we can do the same treatment with our mining drills as well. And as I keep saying, the effect that it has is remarkable. And if you're really struggling for power and you're not quite there with solar yet, this could be a really good stopgap. It has the added benefit of producing less pollution too. So there's really nothing bad about doing it. It just uses a bit more resources, which on a map like this, oh yeah, there's not too many resources around, but it's peaceful mode, so I dare say it'll be okay. It'll work out alright. We've got another 24, so we'll keep. Actually, we're about to have another bunch, another 6. So there we go, there's 30. 30 modules to splurge. That's too far. That's too far. A common theme here. Okay, so that's all the copper smelters done. Now that doesn't necessarily need it. Okay, so now you can see we're using 12 megawatts. You can see that our power, okay, for our green is down here. You can see what it's done. You can see what it's done. You know, that's a huge drop, and we're not using any less resources at the moment. I'll get some more research going, just to ensure that we're still using the resources. Yeah, that's okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do the same thing except with the miner drills, and hopefully I'll demonstrate the same kind of effect. Okay, these are nearly done, so I'll just hang around for a moment here. Pick up another 6. Now the thing with miner drills is I reckon, and I'll just have to go, that goes too far. Here we go, we'll start with these bad boys. So you can fit 3 modules in them. Now if you fit all 3, you'll notice that you have an 80% limit, which means that you really only put say 2 in there. So that's what we're going to be doing. So 1, 2, 1, 2. So we're going from 90 down to 36. Quite a drop. It's nearly 2/3. Now obviously as you get better modules, each level will actually give you a bigger reduction. There we go. Now if we click our power again and see that our orange is there, you can see that it's taken a bit of a dip. So that's good. We'll do another run and then we'll probably call it quits. But you guys get the point. Pardon me. You know, there's many ways to solve a problem. You know, often, I'll come up with a solution, but there's many ways of doing it. It's not necessarily the way that I do it is the correct way. It's just one idea. And as you get more experience in the game, you start to get a feel for which way might work better. And that's kind of really all there is. It's just better ways. And that's what I'm determined to find, is the better way of doing something. I don't believe that I've always got the perfect solution. I always think that maybe there's a better way of doing things. So that's why I'm here playing around with modules today, because I'm trying it out. I'm seeing what it does for my power, and instead of just slapping down a whole bunch of solar panels. Okay, so that's actually the entire copper mining strip done. We'll run over here now and we'll do the iron miners. And also picking up exhausted miners will save you a little bit, because they do use power when they're sitting there inactive. They do draw a little bit. Now that's still got 2.8k to go. So we'll module him up. Have a quick look and see that they're down to 2 megawatts. The orange ones have taken a big dip, along with the greens. So we're down to using 10 megawatts. So we've saved 4 megawatts of power so far. Oh, what the hey. We'll do one more trip. Why is that not connected? Did I disconnect that? Let's grab that. I keep forgetting to do the research. Okie dokie. Obviously this is going to be a little bit of a longer episode today, but I figured DrunknMunky wants to be YouTube famous, so we've got to spend the time, we've got to put in the effort, and we've got to keep the man happy. Because you don't want a DrunknMunky becoming an angry monkey. That's the worst thing, because they fling poo. Okay, that is wrong. Okie dokie. So let's have a look here. That's all done. That's all done. Brilliant. We've got 36 more modules. 1, 2. Now, after you do the burner miners, after you do your electric miners and your electric furnaces, they're the real two big users of electricity in a factory. After that, you start running out of the really effective ones to use them on. So let's have a look at our power. So, having 50 of them for your assemblers, that's not as big of an effect. So where did our miners go? You can see, okay, so they've crashed right down. They're doing really nicely now. So, if you wanted to run around, okay, and just throw 16 of them around in the various assemblers that you use. So for example, this one and this one, you try and pick the ones that are always on. They're the ones you try and snag, because they're the really busy ones, and they're the ones that use the most electricity, and in turn the ones you get the most gain from. Five there and 5 there. I'd be really interested to see what we get down to. We're saving 50 kilowatts per module right now, which is not too shabby. Now these are always going to be on, so we throw a module in them. That's fine. Throw a module in these, why not? I really want to see where we get to on this factory. Oops. Give me that. Okay, so that's all that done. That's all these, or some of these done. Okay. Let's have a look at our production stats. Oh, there we go. So we're down to 9 megawatts. So that's pretty damn good. You can see that. Yeah, we did have quite a large effect there. Oh, and technology has finished without me knowing it again. So I think that we'll call it quits there. This has been the first of 2 DrunknMunky factories. The next one will be straight after it. We'll see how we go in it. This is actually a really, really nice factory. I really, really like it. It's really well thought out, well laid out. There's yeah, it's easy to understand, which is the important thing. You know, I see a lot of factories that take a bit of understanding to, you know, grasp what the heck is going on, and then once I've grasped what the heck is going on, actually to figure out how to make them better. This one, on the other hand, has been very straightforward. I really like the way DrunknMunky has designed this one, so I'm looking forward to the next factory. I don't know if it'll be better or worse. It all depends on which factory is his main playthrough factory. So we'll find out soon enough. And yeah, thank you very much for joining me. I'll see you very shortly.